Now let's be real. Who do y'all got in this rap battle? Is it Drizzy Drake or is it Kendrick Lamar? I mean, Drake came with the bop, but Kendrick, he came with the bars. Now there's no denying that hip hop and rap culture has had a big influence in the NBA. Now from the ways players dress, to the jerseys that they wear, as well as to the music that they come out to, and even the fans that are sitting courtside. That's why it should come to no surprise when NBA players begin to dabble into rap themselves and become, well, part-time rappers. Now for some, it's more of a hobby outside of basketball, while for others, it looks as if they can make it into a career if they so wanted to. Thus, it made me wonder, who are the top 5 rappers of the NBA? Welcome back to No Small Talk, Just Ball Talk, so let's cut the chit chat and get right into it. Here are the top 5 rappers of the NBA, in my opinion. Now for number 5 on my list, we got Miles Bridges, also known as RTBMB, in the rap game. Now when Miles isn't destroying rims on the NBA court, you could probably find him in the studio cooking up some heat, as this man has released multiple singles as well as mixtapes while playing in the NBA. Now with his unique flow, lyrics, and cadences in his songs, Bridges can definitely be mistaken for a rapper if you were to just listen to his music without knowing the person behind it. Now I truly feel that if he was not in the NBA, he can definitely pursue a full-time career in rap, as he has the full package. From the look, to the bars, and even his audience at this point, as one of his songs, titled Steph McGrady, has garnered over 1.5 million views on YouTube. So I think it's safe to say that RTBMB definitely has a fallback career if the NBA does not work out. Now Steph McGrady also happens to be my favorite song from Bridges' catalog, as it has a T Grizzly type feel, and for me is my go-to hype song when going to the gym. Now from what I'm seeing online, Bridges has yet to release any new music after 2022. Perhaps because he is solely focusing on his NBA career right now and hoping to get the Hornets to the playoffs for their first time since 2016, or it could also be because of the legal issues he was facing with regards to an incident involving the mother of his children. Nonetheless, with regards to strictly rap talk, I hope to hear more music from Bridges in the near future. Now for number 4 on my list, we got Marvin Bagley, also known as MB35, in the rap game. Now Marvin is another NBA player that if you were to just listen to his music without knowing who he is, you could easily mistake him for a real rapper. Now I liken his music style to J. Cole's, as his simple beats and storytelling bars carry his tracks very smoothly, thus making it an easy listen. Now Marvin dropped his debut song titled Thoughts in the A the day before he got drafted to the NBA back in 2018, and has since then released 5 albums as well as multiple singles, a few of which were actually diss tracks to Damian Lillard, who he actually had a competitive rap feud with back in 2020. Now that's a lot of music released, considering he's still a full-time NBA player. But hey, maybe that's why he's being traded all the time, as he's already played for the Kings, the Pistons, and now the Wizards. Now, although Dame is one of my favorite players in the league right now, my favorite Bagley song has to be the diss record to Dame, titled Checkmate, as Bagley goes off lyrically on this old school beat. Now, just like Miles, it's been a few years since Bagley released any new music, so hopefully we get something this summer. Now for number 3 on my list, we got none other than Shaquille O'Neal, also known as Shaq Diesel, in the rap game. Now Shaq could arguably be number 1 on this list, as he definitely has the accolades to show for it. As his debut album, titled Shaq Diesel, which he dropped back in 1993, is certified platinum, and then his second album, which he dropped a year later, went gold as well. Not to mention that he also had a recording contract with Jive Records at one point in his career too. Thus, I think it's safe to say that Shaq has had the most commercial success out of any NBA rappers, both former and current. Now you can liken Shaq's music to something you would hear from West Coast rappers back in the 1990s, as his mellow Dre type beats and Eazy-E and Pac type flow could have had you fooled into thinking that he was actually signed to NWA at the time. Now my favorite Diesel song has to be off his first album, called I Know I Got Skillz, as it literally sounds like a song that could be on the Dr. Dre album. Nonetheless, nowadays Shaq has actually pivoted away from hip-hop music and has entered the EDM and dubstep scene, as he actually does gigs at various different festivals under the name DJ Diesel. And he also dropped an album in 2023 titled Guerrilla Warfare of only EDM and dubstep type music. Thus, I think it's safe to say that we will no longer be hearing any new hip-hop music from Shaq, as he's achieved all there is to achieve in that space. Now, for number 2 on my list, we got the boy Lonzo Ball, also known as Zoe, in the rap game. Now, I'll be honest, my playlist is full of Lonzo songs, as I find him to be one of the most talented NBA player rappers in the game right now. From his lyrics to the beats he picks to his flow and delivery, Lonzo is a natural rapper and could easily pursue a full-time career in this space. Now, Zoe's actually dropped multiple albums as well as singles, which include songs about his family's Big Baller brand, in which he actually features LeVar and the rest of his family in the music videos. Not to mention that he's also dropped songs with his brother Jello Ball, who's actually a decent rapper as well, in my opinion, as well as songs with his former teammate Lance Stevenson. This man also dropped a diss song against his then teammate Kyle Kuzma, which was hilarious, as Kyle doesn't rap and just got flamed for no reason. Now, my favorite song from Zoe has to be one of his singles titled Disrespectful, as the flow and the beat on that song go crazy. However, just like Bridges and Bagley, it's been a few years since Lonzo dropped any new music or even played in the NBA. Thus, I hope to see him back in both the booth and on the court in the near future. Now, before I get into my number 1 player rapper of the NBA in my opinion, here are a few honorable mentions. So we got Iman Shumpert, who's a decent rapper and has been dropping records for over 11 years now, but it's just not my style of music. Now, we also got Aaron Gordon, who I wouldn't consider a rapper, but he did drop 2 songs back during COVID and quarantine, where he actually took shots at Dwayne Wade for giving him a 9 out of 10 in the final round of the dunk contest, which ultimately resulted in him losing the contest. Now, we also got JaVale McGee, who goes by the alias Pierre. Now, McGee actually produces and raps, and would feature his songs in his vlogs back during the NBA bubble season, which are also pretty decent. Now, next, we got none other than Kobe Bean Bryant, who took a shot at rapping back in the 2000s. As at the time, he actually had an album set to release with Columbia Records, which included features from Nas, 50 Cent, Destiny's Child, and others. However, after his debut single titled Kobe, featuring model Tyra Banks, did not do so well, Columbia ultimately decided to drop the album, thus sidelining Kobe's music career as well for the most part. And for the last honorable mention, we got LeBron James and Kevin Durant, who actually made a song together back in NBA's lockout year in 2011 after one of their workouts. Now, the song is titled It Ain't Easy and can be found on YouTube, and it's actually pretty good, not gonna lie. Now that the honorable mentions list has been completed, let's get right into it. My number 1 player rapper of the NBA in my opinion is none other than Damian Lillard, aka Dame Dollar. Now, I think it's safe to say that Dame is a rapper at this point, as this man has 5 albums since 2016, with the latest titled Don Dollar being released in 2023, so he is definitely still consistent and on the scene. Now, as mentioned before, he's been involved in various rap feuds as well, with the likes of Marvin Bagley or MB35, as well as Shaquille O'Neal, aka Shaq Diesel, who I both believe got washed by Dame Dollar. This man has also done records with Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, Ty Dolla $ign, Rick Ross, and many other artists. Thus, I think it's safe to say that he has been co-signed by the rap world and accepted. His music has also been featured in games like NBA 2K as well as movies such as Space Jam 2. Now, if all this doesn't stamp you as the best NBA rapper, I don't know what else will. Now, my favorite Dame Dollar record has to be the song titled Kobe, which features Snoop Dogg. The beat goes crazy, Dame's flow and delivery goes crazy, the Snoop Dogg feature was perfect, and the substance of the song is also on point, as it's about Kobe's killer mentality. And the hook is also an all-timer, as it's a line that all basketball fans have said at least once in their lifetime, which is saying Kobe when shooting the ball. With that being said, Dame is for sure my favorite NBA rapper of all time, and I look forward to continuing to follow his music career now, as well as when he puts down the rock. Now, if you would like to check out my favorite songs from all 5 of the NBA player rappers on this list that I've mentioned, please check out the description in this video where I've linked all 5 of the songs. Now, if I missed any NBA player rappers on this list, please make sure to comment them down below, as well as let me know your thoughts on the list I created. Please also make sure to like this video, as well as subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed the content, and to also turn on your notifications to stay updated as to when I post next. Now, this is a new channel where my goal is to post 3 to 4 interesting NBA related videos a week, so make sure you subscribe to stay updated. This was No Small Talk, Just Ball Talk, so stay locked. Peace.